Well, along in here someplace, about 1983, a Simlog Consulting Group was formed by Bob Koenigs and Margie Cowan, and I began to bend my efforts toward applying what I had learned, and particularly about values and the value system and how it developed pressures and changes over time, how that could be applied to organizations and teams in the everyday world instead of behind a mirror in a social psychological laboratory. And since it is a systematic method to deal with, to gather information about a real system, and all kinds of systems can be described by observing the way these values are, the way people come prepared with certain value sets, and the way in which they deal with the value conflicts. Any kind of group you can ask this question about. It's more applicable to adult groups where values have been formed and articulated. You could use it in observing children's play groups, actually, if you wanted to, but they don't. They're not very articulate about their values, and they don't give you quite as much information. But the point is that it is general, and by now we have a large data bank of the ways in which people have seen each other, what kinds of values they tend to reject, what kinds they tend to wish for, what kinds of values they think the most effective leader they've ever known shows in behavior, what kinds of values are current in their organization or their team, what kinds of values are shown in the reward system of the group that they are working in. These were business groups. That was not because this observation system or this way of understanding systems was applicable only to business groups, of course, but it they were interested and they were willing and able to pay to do it. And so we gathered data. It was intentionally constructed in such a way as to enable one to build a large data bank and to work out these statistical relationships and so on.